My name is Liz Benditt. I'm president and CEO of thebombbox.com, a self-care and gifting site for cancer patients. I'm also a 4-time cancer survivor myself. These are the top 5 things you need to beat cancer. Number 1, treatment plans are up for discussion. They're not always a directive. At the end of the day, we live in the age of information, and information is power. Given my age and general good health, doctors always were recommending the most aggressive treatment plans. But a lot of those treatments come with a long list of side effects. And at the end of the day, it's up to me, the patient, to determine what I'm willing to put my body through and what compromises I'm willing to make. So for example, when I was after completing my lumpectomy and my radiation treatment for breast cancer, it was recommended that I go in 10 years of hormone therapy, and it was told that it would bring my odds of recurrence down by about 50%, which sounds like a lot. But in all reality, my odds of recurrence post-treatment were about 15%, and going on hormone therapy for 10 years would take it down to 8. Now, this is a really subjective call. Some women would consider that 8% meaningful and would willingly take 10 years of hormone therapy, which is great. An informed decision is awesome. Some women consider that to be not worth the trade-off. And so at the end of the day, I'm a big believer that information is power and that you have to take some control of your treatment plan. Number 2, interview doctors who are willing to be your partner, not a dictator. After 4 cancers over the course of 10 years, I've had my fair share of experience interviewing doctors, and I cannot stress enough the importance of working with a care team that aligns with your personal values, cares, habits, and lifestyle. I am a huge proponent of interviewing doctors and being an active participant in your care plan, which means choosing doctors who are willing to have that conversation with you. There are lots of really, really brilliant, skilled, excellent, high recommended doctors who do not have that same ethos, and they prefer to provide an instruction manual, and they don't necessarily want to hear your ideas, questions, whatnot. So again, I think one of the most important elements of beating cancer is being an active participant in your care team, which means being an active participant in choosing your care team so that you have partners, not medical overlords. Number 3, nurse navigators are worth their weight in gold. Especially during my breast cancer treatments, there often come up issues where you're not really sure who you're supposed to call. Is it the surgeon? Is it the oncologist? Is it the radiation oncologist? There's a lot of folks in that care team. So the nurse navigator is an amazing resource. When you're not really sure who to call with what various side effect, you start with your nurse navigator, and they really help direct you to how to best solve and problem solve what other side effects, issues, questions you have. I cannot recommend enough asking for a nurse navigator as part of your overall care team because they're an invaluable resource. Number 4, self-care is not selfish. As a working mom during all 4 of my different cancer diagnoses, I can tell you that I was far more attuned to taking care of my family than I was to myself. My personal time was often smooshed into, the edges of the day, in the mornings before everyone woke up or in the evenings after my kids went to sleep. What I found during all of my different cancers is that all of a sudden I needed maybe 2 to 3 times more rest and sleep than I did pre-cancer, which meant that I had to start to prioritize what I reasonably could complete during my waking hours, which were much more finite. One of my favorite products that we include in Balm boxes is something called the Cancer Card, and it's really cute. It says, the exclusive membership you always never wanted. And I really encourage anyone to employ the Cancer Card, whether conceptual or physical. If there's something that you need help with, whether it's driving carpool, making dinner, folding laundry, even if it's just something as simple as getting control of the remote control, you've just got to prioritize your own self-care, because once you take care of you, you will get better faster, and then you can tune back into taking care of others. It really is not selfish. It is the most efficient way to overcome your cancer treatment. Number 5, saying thank you goes a long way. Look, cancer treatments are brutal, and those of us going through them, it is really hard, and it puts you in not the best frame of mind and certainly not the best mood. But I have to say, the care teams that take care of us, whether it's the radiation tech, the receptionist at the oncology office, or even your surgeon themselves, I'm willing to bet that very few people ask them about how they are doing and how their day is. And I really do think saying thank you, acknowledging your appreciation to that care team does not go unnoticed, and it's really not all that common. And really, it's one of the best ways to get good treatment is to be kind and say thank you. If you want one of the really good chemo chairs, if you want that really hard to get first in the morning doctor appointment, if you want help, or if you want just even a little extra lotion bottle from the sample bin. I mean, all of those things, if you are kind and generous and ask people how they're doing, they're going to be far more likely to help you. So it's a win-win. Be kind, say thank you, get better care.